Hey friends, this is Doc, and it's Monday morning, August the 19th of 2013. I want to take a few minutes to try to excite you about something that I found for free, which is a useful plugin for WordPress. I spent, I guess it was a little over an hour yesterday working on the website that I sort of help out with for my church. And most of that time was spent going through various comments that had been sent in to WordPress to the attention of the site administrator. Generally, those 442 comments look to be the work of robots or bots that scan the web looking for WordPress installations and posting just nonsensical, random comments everywhere they could find a place to do it. Now, if you're a WordPress site administrator, you already know that you can set it up so that you can review these comments before they're posted on your site. But if they make it to that stage, it still takes quite an amount of time to review. Well, in my case, 442 comments took me about an hour and 10 minutes to work through each one to make sure it wasn't a legitimate comment and drop it into the spam folder and then empty the spam folder at the end. So about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours later, I was doing some research on search engine optimization, and I came across a video by Matt Cutts, who runs the spam operation for Google, or the search engine programming team, whatever you want to call it. And Matt was talking to a group of WordPress site administrators and showed on his personal blog the plugins that he has installed. Surprisingly, there were very few plugins installed, but one of the ones he went on at great length about was a plugin called Cookies for Comments. And what it does is, when someone types a comment on your blog, as a human, and I'm not talking about a bot, it's a non-automated process, obviously, and so it takes some time for them to type in the message after they get there, hit the submit button, and then move on to whatever else they want to do on the internet. Well, Cookies for Comments keeps track of the amount of time that it takes to do this process, and so basically what they're doing is ensuring that humans are the ones that are typing these comments in. Now, that doesn't mean it can't be wildly off base for what you want on your blog. I went through some pretty depressingly hate-filled comments yesterday when I was looking through the comments on my church blog. But it does do an incredibly effective job of weeding out the vast majority of junk comments, because those are done by these robots and would save you a bunch of time. So when Matt recommended this plugin, the first thing I did was I installed it on my main blog, docthecoach.com, and I watched overnight that my ridiculous comment traffic, reduced to practically zero. And so I wrote a blog post about it this morning, and I'm doing this video in conjunction with that blog post so that you can see how easy it is to install and configure this plugin. So here we go. First thing you do is you go to your blog, get into the dashboard, and go up to Add New. In this search box, you type in, you'll see I've already got it there, Cookies for Comments, and hit Search Plugins. Turns up relatively quickly right here at the top of my list. You can read about it. Or you can do as I'm going to do now, hit the Install Now button. Tell it yes, you're sure you want to install this plugin. And once it's installed, hit Activate. Now that the activation process is complete, I'm going to go to the settings for this plugin. And you don't really have much to change. One of the things that I found is helpful is to go in here where it says Speed Spammers and read this text. Some spammers visit your site, leave a real-looking comment, and disappear again. They'll do this quickly and then move on to the next target site. To stop them, we check how long they spend on your site before leaving the comment. Any value above 0 will reject those comments, but might catch legitimate comments too. Recommended values from 3 to 6 seconds and send comments. Recommended values from 3 to 6 seconds and send comments to the spam folder. I'm not sure that's written particularly well, but what I did was I went in here and I put 5 seconds. Click the Save Options button. And there you have it. Plugin is installed, options are saved, and it's working fine. You should notice that spam comments should drop precipitously on your blog site after this is done. It works really well in conjunction with another plugin that I have found effective that operates against spam comments a little bit differently. That other program is called, or other plugin, excuse me, is called Akismet. I won't go into the details of Akismet here, but you're still able to obtain a free version of that one if you want something that that works in conjunction with cookies for comments. Between these two, I think you've got an effective way to stop spam comments. This is Doc signing out.